In the early 2000s, a global climate crisis emerged from humankind's disregard for the Earth and its natural systems. Scientists warned of an apocalypse the likes of which could eradicate human existence. The blaming began, with the leaders of many powerful nations pointing fingers at each other. Eventually, war erupted, and deadly nuclear salvos fired from the biggest superpowers ravaged much of the Earth, destroying and irradiating large portions of its surface. Certain major cities survived, and from the ashes rose again. The survivors did what they could, utilizing the resources of a few very wealthy corporations to combat the climate crisis. For almost a century, civilization has survived, hobbled together with corporate governance and expanded to the few sections of the globe still viable for sustaining human life. Antarctica, once an inhospitable frozen tundra, has become one such bastion for human life. Colonized by a Scottish arms corporation called Militech, Pilatus Antarctica is a thriving metropolis of the future. Last time, on Roll Warriors, the associates interrogated Dr. White, only to discover the answers they sought were in their head from the beginning. Saul isn't who he thought he was, but maybe he also is? Soifeng Ji discovered she was a product of Sahara, and her mother is a board member. Abel learned everything Sahara had made her forget, helping her realize she was a better detective than she was led to believe. Armed with this information, the associates have but one choice: get their revenge and shut down the evils of Sahara.
So now that I'm kind of clear-minded, is there anything that I need to know that's possibly endangering B or Semlin or even Stryker, any of my folks?
No, I don't think so. I think, so if Abel, you came into that by yourself. You didn't sort of clue anyone in because, you're usually pretty cautious about that sort of thing. And as like your alter ego or whatever. So I don't think they're really at risk. Now, there isn't a guarantee that if you take action against Sahara, they couldn't become at risk. But that's true of anything. I mean, like, Sahara's a big company. They could turn off the air or they could turn off the weather control for an entire section of their city and let people just die because of something. So it's I mean, I don't think they have that much control, but they've got considerable resources. So take that with a grain of salt. You're under their foot already. Not much you can do, to get yourself further under their control.
Yeah, they already controlled my personality and brain for the past couple months. So fuck them.
You can only go up. I don't know. Your memories all of your memories are going to kind of come back as they become relevant. So like, if I thought it would be like too crazy, too ridiculous to just like cram years worth of stuff for some of you into like the last session and be like, and you know this, and you know that, and you know these things. And like, it's just going to be like, hey, is this still a thing? And I'll be like, oh, no. You've seen the truth. That's not that thing. As it becomes relevant.
I think that
All right, so you guys you're still in Dr. White's apartment. All the things that have happened have just happened, and you're still kind of taking it in. Claudia, or as I should say, Phoebe, is kind of she's kind of just like quiet, just like thinking, doing a lot of thinking.
What's going on with you, Claudia? Phoebe? What do you want to be called by?
Whatever you're comfortable.
No,
with
I mean,
calling
like
me.
that's definitely an important thing that I want to give you agency over that.
Well, and this is me giving you permission. I wouldn't assume that you'd want to suddenly be called James or something.
I mean, I don't fucking know at this point. I know I'm Saul, but I'm also James. So shit's really confusing right now, and I think we'll see how it plays out for, in the future.
Yeah, I think you and I are both kind of in the same boat, as it were.
Hey, if you were corporeal, I'd offer you a cigarette, but then Saul will pull out the like touch light cigarettes that he got from Popper so long ago, and just light up straight up in the house. And he'll also like offer to each other associate.
Well, that's okay. I always told you that I thought that was a disgusting habit.
I think you probably mentioned it before when I was James, but I only got like maybe 30% right then and there, from that little hit of whatever we took. So
I understand. It's not all coming back to me at the same time. I mean, I don't have the luxury of veins or brain cells. I just have to
wait. Hold up. So, did you recover some of your memory when I took the drug?
I'm not sure. It's entirely possible. I've also, well, now that I'm recalling things, I was a neuroscientist, and well, I've read plenty of articles that point to certain trigger words or other mnemonic devices that help people remember things, and maybe knowing my name was enough to jog some things free.
Hey, Dr. White, what's the recoup time on this drug? Could we take more right away and no more stuff, or do you think that'd be detrimental to our, faculties?
Well, I gave you a dosage of it before, but that was a weaker strain. Something I had to slip in under the table. You see, I didn't want Sahara catching wind at that particular moment, and I had only a few seconds in control.
When was that?
You remember when you came back from a mission and you were all beat up, and I gave you a injection to kind of take the edge off?
Oh, that was... Wait.
I expect you experienced some strange dreams or other similar phenomenon after then.
It was the first time I had some abduction dreams in a while, but I've been having those since I was a kid, on and off. Does that mean something's wrong with whatever chip they put into me then? What? I'm really confused.
I am not sure. That seems strange to me. Now, what seems strange to me is that you didn't recover more of your memories from that first injection. I was quite surprised. I knew it was a weaker concentration, but I assumed that you would have at least recalled enough to function as James, but you're still hazy?
No, he's Saul.
Yeah, I'm Saul. Thanks, Abel. Levity here actually is very much welcomed because I'm kind of in a spiral right now, so I appreciate you grounding me with that. The sardonic humor you got.
Oh, that's good. Appreciate
it, buddy. Yeah, I kind of there, I guess. Could we like crash here for the night and then maybe tomorrow we try to make? Do you know how to synthesize more of this stuff?
I'd have to go to the lab.
Fuck.
All of my equipment is there for this purpose, and I made the last batch in the dead of night under fear that they were watching me.
What's the chemical makeup? Because I'm pretty sure we know a couple people that like they make drugs. So maybe if we go scout out what they had. Remember when we chased the Kennedys out of that building?
Yes.
Do you think?
Sort of.
Okay. Well, I know Soy Fungi and Abel both know. And Abel.
It was cloudy. I wasn't myself, but yes, I think I remember.
Abel might be able to answer this, but do you think they have enough equipment there to like synthesize drugs and whatnot? Because they were making haze, right?
Yeah, that was all haze, which is all connected to this whole shit with Sahara.
Well, that's what I wonder is if they were synthesizing haze, do you think they would have? Well, Dr. White, do you think they would have the same kind of equipment that you would need to synthesize this stuff?
It's possible, but now that I'm thinking about it, didn't Sahara raid that place when they rescued you?
They did, but that's what I don't understand is they had to have been feeding these guys in the first place.
Maybe they were just trying to recoup and make sure nobody else knew the connection.
Well, what did they send you there for? It wasn't. Was it haze?
It was to get a file.
A file.
File on haze. Or no. We ended up with the file on haze.
But we still have a copy of the file that we got, so.
Right. You gave me a chemical list, and at the time I couldn't say anything to you because, well, the other version of me was trying to protect Sahara's involvement.
Speaking of, the other version of you didn't happen to, hit some emergency button or alert anybody.
Right, that's sort of what I was thinking too.
Before we've started this conversation with this new version of you. I mean, I won't hold it against you, but you should probably let us know if you did anything like that. Because you're obviously going to die too now.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we should definitely move, Saul.
Yeah, it's time to get out of here. Dr. White, give me your hands.
Just when you say that, who's standing closest to the door? Or the wall where the door is?
Probably me.
You, and I'm not going to make you roll perception on this, you hear a high-pitched whistle approach very quickly.
Drop! Yeah, everybody drop. I'm just going to yell out and tackle White down to the ground.
Yep, okay. So, with that reaction, the wall where the front door was explodes inward. And, everyone's ears are ringing. There's a huge kind of, mess of smoke, and it's bright. It's hard to see. What do you do?
Start crawling towards the window as much as I can, dragging Dr. White by, the scruff of his shirt with me.
Yeah, he's still conscious, but he's just oh, what happened? What the devil?
Better fucking move. And I'm looking for any egress that's not where whatever the hell just came in here.
Okay, yeah, this time I will ask for a perception check.
Abel Lee Sullivan, what are you going to do, Abel Lee Sullivan? Perception, 16.
16, so you see two things. First, you see that in Dr. White's bathroom, which the bathroom door is open a crack, you can see there seems to be some sort of railing on the outside of the bathroom window, like a fire escape. Mm-hmm. You also see, it looking back in the direction that the blast came from, a large man, kind of slowly walking. He's got a pop-up grenade launcher in his shoulder, and he's spinning a buzzsaw in one hand, and in his other he's smoking. He's got cyberware all over his body, and like a cyber eye with like a red dot in it, and he's kind of just casually strolling towards you guys.
Who the fuck are you?
I think Soifang Ji probably knows who this is.
It's Buzzsaw Grenade Face.
No, he is a Ripper. His name is Flintlock, or his like job name is Flintlock. His real name is Sid Warner, but he is a ruthless cyber monster that people just pay to murder.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's known in the biz as being very effective.
Flintlock, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Gun cocked.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just kind of like takes a drag of his cigarette and he says, "Well, you should know at this point."
Why are they always Australian? I'm gonna flip over with my shotgun. Lock and load.
Yeah, I think we should probably run.
All right, Abel's getting primed to roll initiative. Unless you cancel that action when Soifang Ji says, "Hey, go ahead, run."
I'm gonna at least chamber some bullets.
Okay.
So if that slows me down a little bit, that slows me down a little bit. But the fucking guy, he's gonna kill us anyway. So we might as well go out shooting.
We might as well run. Like, at this point, I think protection of Dr. White should be a priority, and I'm pretty sure he's the target, and we're kind of just in the way. So we need to go. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm just gonna look over at Saul and say, "It's your father-in-law," and get the fuck away.
Well, I don't. Fuck me, guys.
Saul, no time for complete confusion. We have to go now.
I'm moving. Fuck.
Yep. Phoebe's kind of just gonna like whisper in your ear, like, "I'm sorry, I stopped watching the window. I'm sorry."
It was through the door. That wasn't even. Don't worry. Hey, Buzzsaw McGrenade Face guy. What are they paying you?
Wait, have we run yet? Are we still talking to him? I'm pretty sure.
We're like. I feel like we're all kind of like moving and or starting to scramble. If not, like.
Okay, I mean, people have to be clear. Because are you running or are you talking to him? Because he's going to take an action if you're talking to him.
I mean, is the only place that I saw to run the tiny window in the bathroom?
Yeah, it's not tiny. I mean, you can fit through it. It's like about shoulder height. It's a standard size window.
Well, I guess, I mean, if I'm not going to stand alone, so if we're running, we're running. But
well, Soifang Ji is already running.
Okay, so I guess we're fucking running.
Has run and spike blade dragon flying kicked out of the window.
All right. I think I'm gonna do. It's not going to be a martial arts skill. I think I'm going to do... let's just do athletics.
22.
22. So with a 22, I mean, you kind of just like effortlessly spin kick and grab the rim of the window at the same time, in the same moment, and just kind of push yourself through effortlessly. Like, there's not even like glass shards that are dangerous in the rim of the window anymore. It came all the way out in a clean break. And you're now standing on a fire escape.
Is there a ladder that we need to drop?
It's dropped. It's you can take it down.
Okay, cool. I just like slide down all like Mystique backwards, like from the first X-Men.
Yeah, you guys are a couple floors up, so like you can get like halfway down in this movement, and then somebody else will be following behind you, so I assume it's Abel, since she said she's running next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then...
Who's got Dr. White?
Abel, right? I thought Abel was holding Dr. White.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
No, you said fuck him, and I guess Saul will grab him on the way, like, help him up.
Yeah, because I'm trying to...
Okay.
I can't carry him. I'm too small.
You don't have that high of a body score.
Well, I have a high body score, but I'm still small.
Small in spirit.
I'm going to use my evasion skill to read the room as I'm tumbling up and see if there's any, like, obstacle I can deploy. like a chandelier to shoot out, or like a light bulb I can I'm gonna look for anything that I can do as I move towards the window to slow this guy down.
Sure. There's like a you see that the the display shelves that are sort of by this bathroom wall, like the outside of the bathroom, are like pretty shoddily put together, and just one like little kick would be enough to just kind of send everything that's on them kind of crashing to the ground.
I'm gonna give it a good little kick.
So if when she was going to scream, does anyone have any explosives? Like a grenade or something? If we just went down a fire escape, he's on like an upper level of a floor, right? Can we like blow the floor out and drop him?
You can do whatever you want. Suffice it as long as you have the means.
Right. Does anyone have explosives?
No, but as Abel kicks down the shelves of stuff, Saul's gonna try to frantically grab like a bottle of hand soap and totally do a fucking like Home Alone. So as he like jumps out the window, he's just squirting soap out.
To what effect? Just a slip?
To try to make like a little like slick.
Because I was gonna say, they're on the shelf now on the floor. There is his model like rocket, and as James, you know that these model rockets, like they made like a limited number of them and gave them to employees only. They were gonna release them to consumers, but there is like a actual fuel cell in it, and a couple of them in like the testing phase exploded.
Okay, then yeah, Saul will use his brain cells to do that instead of the making an oil slick.
I mean, you could do both. Like, you could do both, but I'm just telling you that there is this resource that's a potential explosive.
An explosive that sounds like it's currently on the floor, and if blown up, it might cave it in.
I guess that's fair, but also, where's the whimsy in that? We're about to die. There should be some whimsy in us being about to die. I think that's like the number one most known thing about cyberpunk universes is the grimdark whimsy. No, so I'll shoot the fucking. He'll shoot the rocket ship. So
you're pulling Dr. White into the bathroom, and like you kind of push his body out the window for Abel to receive him on the other side, and turn and fire this explosive. And just kind of are thrown out of the window. I need you to make a... let's just do athletics. Just an athletics check. Just to grab something.
Okay. Alright, so I rolled... Oh, that's pretty good. It's an 8. Plus a 9 is 17.
So, yeah, you're blown, like, back. It's not a huge explosion, but it is like enough to like trash this apartment, and you can't see what happens to Flintlock after, but because you are tossed through the window and like are able to just kind of get a hand on the railing as you pass it, so you're now hanging from the other side of the railing from Abel and Dr. White.
Yeet. Hey, could one of you guys like help me up really quick? Shit.
Yeah, just one hand with the shotgun, the other hand just half-assed helping Saul. Just fucking come on. Like,
all right.
Why you have always... Well, shut up. Damn it.
I'm going. God damn it. I'm trying my best here. Okay? We're all kind of like fucky right now. Dr. White, you got a car?
Yes, it's parked around the other side.
Is that fucking booby trap too?
Let's get that.
It could be rigged.
I do not believe so. There is a burrito maker in the passenger seat, so
Fuck yes. Silver lining.
Should we risk Dr. White's car being tampered with by this insane psycho? Or should we...
If anything, he probably fucked up the truck, so...
Okay, let's try Dr. White's car.
all right, so yeah, you guys scamper down the fire escape. You kind of look up as you're turning the corner of the alley, and you see Flintlock just, like, looking out the window, casually smoking his cigarette, and he's like, "They was gonna fucking run," and flicks it, and just you see him disappear back into the apartment. And when you turn the corner, you hear like a car alarm go off for a second as Dr. White clicks his keypad.
His Ford Fiesta?
And no, but it's like a mid-sized like hatchback, like powder blue with just like all sorts of accessories dangling from the rear view mirror. And there is indeed a large burrito maker that seems to be integral to the car. You're not sure if like taking it out would cause the car to cease to function.
Well, it stays.
Should we all travel together, or should we split up like a group?
Dr. White, do you have any skills in driving?
Just everybody in. We gotta go now.
I can drive if people need me to. I've never been a racer, but I have.
Okay, then get in the back. I'll fucking do this.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not riding bitch, though. Somebody's got to sit in that middle seat.
Abel's gonna sit into it and just, like, punch out the back window with the butt of her shotgun before we get settled.
Hey, I just paid this off!
This kind of saves me some earache later. Let's go.
Hurt my car, destroyed my apartment. This is a bad day.
But you're
shut the
still
fuck up. You
alive,
destroyed our
Dr.
brains.
White. Let's try to keep it that way. Everybody in.
Yep, and Phoebe is sitting inside of the burrito maker because there are no other free spots. She's just like, I hope that this is okay.
Oh my god.
And Saul, give me that drive land vehicle roll.
Ooh boy. Let's see what we got. 5 plus 8 is 13? Yes, math. I know that. Yeah,
13.
It's 13.
Okay. I mean, you're able to drive at like just above the speed limit, and avoid other cars. But for like as late as it is, it's surprisingly busy in the shipping district on the streets. So you're like having to weave through cars. And as you pass the front of the building, you see Flintlock has descended to the ground floor and is now on the street. And he sees you guys pass in the car. You can see him curse. You can't make out what he said. But you can
As we pass, I'm going to shoot at him.
Okay. Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Sweet. Like, I'm going to see him start cussing, and I'm going to just, like, aim for his shiny tooth, which I just rolled a natural 10. So that's... 13 plus 12. It's 25.
25. That seems... Yeah, that'll hit, because it's, it can't be more than 50 meters. Like, it's close. So 25 is more than sufficient.
Okay, I rolled 18.
Yes. 18 damage.
Yes.
All right.
18 damage.
Yes.
That will beat his armor.
Yes.
Yeah, if you fire a scatter round and just like it kind of all shatters on his torso plating, and like just you see a grimace cross across his face, and he's like, "Oh, he shouldn't have done that," and just starts running behind your car, like
oh, cool,
fucking
cool.
full on sprint, and he's not losing ground.
Sufaji? Help Sufaji.
Okay, Sufaji is going to pull out her pistol and try to aim for his foot while he's running and see if she can trip him up.
All right, so you're taking aim. That's going to be a -2. I will say this is stressful, so that's another -2. So -4 will be the roll.
So that's 21.
Okay. Yeah, it's still enough to make the shot. So yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
6.
6 damage? Alright, that's not going to do anything to his armor.
Okay. Does he trip and fall? I just wanted to, like, at least, inconvenience him or something.
You see him stumble for a second, lose, 5 feet from you, and then, start running again at full speed. So he's just 5 feet further back from where he was before.
Okay. Alright, that doesn't seem to work, guys. Are we going as fast as we can?
We will in a second, and just gotta get away from some of this traffic.
As soon as I can take a second shot, I'm gonna take a second shot.
Alright, so you guys are just both, unloading. Dr. White will speak up, and he's just like, I know this might be a bad time, but we might all die in a few minutes. Can I make anyone a burrito?
Yes, but also, Saul will hand him the submachine gun. Just start shooting, okay? Can you do 2 things at once? I know you can. You're a scientist.
Oh, this
Maybe
burrito maker is set to
prioritize
automatic.
no.
I don't have to do much except for put in a recipe. And as far as guns go, well, I have to test them or test new inventions on the gun range. So I've done my fair share of shooting, I suppose.
There you go. Okay. Could you set it for Penguin, please?
Definitely.
I haven't had one of those in a while. I definitely have kind of a hankering.
What's your spice level, man?
You know what? Fuck it. Give me hot. Let's go.
If you have to question it, it's going to be mild. And he's
no hot.
You can have some sriracha afterwards, but I'm setting it to mild if you can't make up your mind.
Saul's gonna lay down on the fucking accelerator as soon as he tries to set it to mild, just so it does get bumped up to hot.
Okay.
And also to get us away from this fucking scenario.
All right, make another driving roll. The rest of you guys, we'll just make a blanket roll for attacks, just to see if how successful it is. So if both of you guys could make just 2 more weapon attacks, and then we'll just if it hits, you can just continue to hit. If it misses, you won't be able to land a hit after. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say Saul got a 15 on that driving.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're able to pick up a little bit of speed, but it's still pretty densely trafficked.
Abel got a 17 and a 21.
You said a 17 or a 21, Abel?
Oh, I thought you said to roll twice, so 17 was first.
Oh. Yeah, until you get closer, you're not going to be able to hit him, Abel. But Soifeng-ji can.
Okay, so I'm going to aim for his little eyepiece.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 4 for damage.
Do you only have a 1d6 on your gun?
Oh, wait, I have a Technica 20 microwaver.
Oh, yeah, that's a different thing altogether.
I'm pretty sure I have a handgun, too.
That's like a laser gun.
So I have that, but I guess I also have a handgun.
Well, I mean, use whichever one you want, but
okay.
I think the microwaver is better, subjectively.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is literally the time to pull out the big guns.
Right, okay. So I was just using my microwaver, which is a D6.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a laser. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to bypass his armor.
Ooh, sexy. Okay. It's a very reliable too. It's a microwave projector. So, yeah, that should bypass armor, right?
I'm going to rule it does. Why not? He's now taking that damage, and you were aiming for his eye.
Yeah.
He sees the blast coming, and just kind of tilts his head a little bit. You still singe off the side of his face, and you can see kind of the smoldering metal, in a beam now on the side of his head, and he picks up and starts running a little bit more and lowers his shoulders, and you see that that rocket launcher come up from the side again.
Oh shit, everybody down!
Hey, it's your game master over here, Gavin. This is the part where I ask each of you to send us just a little bit of support. You can follow us on Twitter at Roll Warriors and send us a tweet or two. We'd be happy to hear from you. Secondly, we have a Patreon page if you have a little bit of extra money you want to share with us. It's only $5 a month to become an esteemed member like Billy Young, Daniel Sittler, and James Beatty. This membership includes bonus episodes that you get to suggest. Say, for example, you want to hear us roll a team of inspectors who have all sorts of gadgets. We'll do it! Actually, that one sounds hard and possibly litigious, but I'd try it for you, my patrons. Just go to patreon.com/roll_warriors to join the party. In case you haven't heard, we have a website, so you can get all the juicy deets on the cast and the characters. You can check it out at rollwarriorsadventures.weebly.com. That's basically it for ads, unless you want to at me, Twizzlers? Nah, that felt wrong. Catch you guys in the next one.
He picks up and starts running a little bit more and lowers his shoulders, and you see that that rocket launcher come up from the side again.
Oh shit, everybody down!
Saul, hard right.
Swerve.
Evasive maneuvers.
Okay. All right, do it.
Rocket launchers.
Saul's gonna throw the fucking car hard right, or the wheel at least.
All right, so that is 9 plus. Okay, that will impact.
Ooh, that's not good.
But you're maneuvering, so it might not be that bad. Make a driving check for me. We'll see how good it is.
Okay. Oof. I rolled a 6, so that's a 14.
Okay, so the car takes 21 damage.
Oof.
As like you start to skirt your way. You hear like a honk as somebody's like trying to merge, and like at the last second you just jerk it back a little bit, and the rocket explodes into the street, and shrapnel shoots into the side of the car, popping one of the tires, and both, I think, let's say Soifang Ji and Dr. White are going to take 9 of that damage.
Okay. If I have armor still, does that abate?
I mean, if it's more than 9, then yes.
Yeah, my armor was 12, so it goes down to 11.
No. If your armor is 12, it does not hurt you.
Oh, nice. But now it goes down to 11, right?
No. I have to roll better than your armor class before I can ablate you.
Oh, okay.
So any damage you take, like if you take damage from an attack because it beats your armor, that ablates your armor by 1 for each attack that beats your armor. If it doesn't beat your armor, nothing happens. You are protected.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Dr. White, however, does take some damage because a lab coat is not generally a very good defense. And like you can see, like now he's kind of holding his side, and he's like, "Oh, that was not good. Is the car still functioning?"
Oh, we're gonna get where we need to be, Dr. White. Just don't die, please.
I will do my best. And like you can see now, like the traffic has kind of stopped at that spot. Behind you, you see him still like charging you, and like a car gets in his way, and he just kind of knocks it, and bumps it out of the way, and continues charging you.
Fuck. Okay. Pedal to the metal. Limpy shit car.
Can Soifunji try to take Dr. White and roll out of the car and roll underneath one of the next cars while they're still going, in an attempt to like get Dr. White out of danger / decoy situation?
Like, no, don't leave the car.
I mean, that's a creative choice.
I mean, go for it if you want to. But I just am concerned if you do that, you'll probably get killed right away. I think this guy is a trained assassin.
I'm gonna start searching Saul's pockets for explosives.
Go for it.
And just start frisking you, dude.
Oh! That's
nope.
That's a little personal. Okay, thank you.
That's more squishy than it should have been.
You hear a ding as a penguin taco comes out of a penguin burrito comes out of the dispenser, and it's like it's inside of Phoebe's lap, and she's just like, your food is in me. Take this, please.
Oh god, this is so many fucking levels of weird. Saul's just gonna grab the burrito and try to yeet it out the window in the back.
Are you throwing it at him, or?
I mean, Saul's focused on driving right now, so he's just throwing a burrito. He's gonna try to aim towards this guy, but I'm 100% sure it's gonna be at difficulty because he's not looking. Saul's not looking, rather.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be at difficulty. But you could still use a reflex roll if you want to.
Of course, I roll a 9 on that.
Chuck that burrito.
All right, so reflex. That's a 17.
17.
Of course, I roll well when it comes to doing stupid shit.
Okay. Yeah, 17. The burrito like sails through the air. We almost get like a slow motion shot. Some lady is singing like high opera in the background as this burrito just kind of like perfect
Ave
like
burrito.
Yeah,
perfect football spiral spins through the air, and hits him in his good eye, not his good eye, his meat eye, his man eye, and he's like, "Oh, that's fucking hot!" And just like stops running for a second to kind of peel the burrito off of his face. Give me a driving roll.
All right. Look at me roll well for throwing burritos and roll shit for driving. Yep, that is about right. That's a 12 altogether.
Yeah, you put too much stink on it to focus on the driving well, and like I think like instinctively your hand or your foot comes off the gas a little bit.
Fuck.
So yeah, he isn't running right now, so he hasn't caught any ground against you, but like you also haven't like lost him as he starts.
If Abel's already kind of frisking Saul and human perception notices this, can I just punch him in the nads to make him stamp on the gas?
No, you're awakening things in Saul. I don't think he needs to awaken.
Or is that a combative roll?
It sounds combative if you mean it to be combative. I mean, I don't know how you punch a man in his loins that doesn't hurt him.
Gently, just gently tap in the nads.
I mean, if you're already
if
you're already rooting around in his pockets, you could just give him a squeeze. That would that wouldn't necessarily hurt him, but it would definitely get his attention.
I love how this is a debate now.
Do I want to squeeze Saul's grenades? The thought was there. The action, the follow through is not going to be there.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Abel ponders it for a moment, realizes she's into girls, and stops.
Shouts, "Drive!" instead.
Okay. It's all just instinctively with the yell of just Abel, just boop, foot to the, accelerator to the floor.
Just the threatening aura. You feel like you've just dodged a bullet.
Every day is a bullet dodged for me, Abel. Okay? Every day.
Yeah. For a brief moment, Saul, you look over at Phoebe, and she kind of looks a little jealous. Just for a second. Like, who's this touching his junk?
Can we not make this any fucking weirder than all of this has already been?
No, it will be weirder.
No. I'm just trying to drive. My tenuous grasp on reality is as bad as my driving right now.
Yeah. All right, so he's still following you if a ways back a little bit because of Burrito Gate. And yeah, I mean, you're still on the car. Saul's taking an action. Abel's taking an action. Soy Fang Ji, you have an action if you want to take one.
I'm going to shoot again with my microwaver.
Okay.
And keep aiming at his face. Because I feel like... Wait, is his back still down? Or, like, how's he positioned?
I mean, he had to like brace himself to fire that rocket off, but he's now like back up to normal height.
Okay, was that his only rocket?
I'm gonna give you a big shrug.
Okay.
How would Suifeng Ji know that?
I was gonna try to aim for his rocket launcher and try to damage it. Be like a rip here.
With the microwaver?
That's what I was asking.
Alright.
Alright, I rolled an 8 plus 15 is 23.
23, okay. Yeah, that'll hit. In addition to that, so you'll hit it, it'll just deal him damage. If you want to deal damage to it, I need you to make a cyber tech roll. Because it stands to reason for me that in order to know where to hit a piece of cyberware to damage it, one must have knowledge of cyber tech.
Alright. Well, I just want you to know my base cyber tech is 17. So I'm gonna roll.
It's not a challenge for you, but maybe Suifeng Ji made that decision because she's so good at it.
Alright, and I rolled a 9. 17 plus 9 is what, 26?
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. You damage him. How much did you or you haven't rolled damage yet. Roll damage. One more roll, but this is just a D6.
It was 3.
3. Okay. Instead of taking damage to his body, you have now taken his shoulder rocket out of play.
Dope. Make him a meat puppet.
Yeah, you see like sparks shoot off after your laser beam hits him in the shoulder, and he like smacks it a couple of times. It doesn't respond the way he wants, and then you see him point at you, and he's like, "You're gonna fucking pay for this."
Take that, you son of a bitch! Like,
we're too poor for it. Fuck you. We can't actually pay for it. Fuck you.
Okay, so Fungi has 13 shots left in this thing, so we gotta make it count. So...
Alright, he is gonna make a retaliation, not with a rocket launcher this time. So, yay! Instead, he's gonna just shoot with a handgun that he's got stashed on his hip.
Who's he shooting at? Me, right?
The car.
Oh, okay.
That's not great. We've lost one wheel already.
Yeah, that's true.
10 damage to the car. You can see where you're sitting, Suifeng Ji, because you've been kind of making shots back and forth at him. The back of the car is now smoking.
Okay, does that impede my vision at all? Does that affect our accuracy?
A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. It's kind of like if Saul makes a turn that pushes the smoke in your face, yes. If he takes goes the other direction, it's better. Normally, driving straight, like, it's probably 15% of your field of vision.
Okay, which means that probably also obscures some of his vision as well.
Not if he's only aiming for the car.
Oh god, okay.
All right, so we're back to the top of the order. The top of the order to you, which I think we were just you guys were just acting in whatever order, and then he'd retaliate, and then do it again.
Did I find any grenades yet?
I don't know. Does Saul have grenades?
I don't think he has any grenades in his pockets right now. I think the
How the fuck do you not have any grenades? You always have grenades.
I mean,
what is this, a lemon? Why do you have a lemon in your pocket? This is a fucking old lemon.
I was gonna make some fucking pasta, okay?
I'm pretty sure this thing has penicillin. Like, Suifeng Ji, keep that.
Might need it, thanks. Dr. Wright, you take it.
I think the majority of grenades that Saul would have necessarily, at this moment would be left with the grenade launcher in the truck.
I'm gonna lean back out the window and just like Dukes of Hazzard style, take another shot with my shotgun.
All right, yeah. I mean, we've already established that it's probably not going to hit.
He still hasn't closed any distance.
Correct. Actually, you've lost him a little bit because of the burrito.
Okay. Well then, yeah, scratch that. I won't do that. Then I will. Ave burrito.
I wonder if that's in the public domain.
I'm
Ave Maria.
burrito.
Ave Maria is in an Ave burrito for sure.
I'm gonna use my streetwise. I'm too streetwise. I'm gonna use my streetwise to direct Saul to the open road.
That is a great use of Streetwise. Go for it.
Saul, turn here.
I think you're going to get a +3 because you are le expert when it comes to Streetwise.
Yes, I am. So that's going to be +3. Okay, so let me use my local expert then. So that's 21.
21. All right. Yeah. I mean, you know there's like an underpass coming up that's like notoriously like unfrequented because it just it starts to lead towards Bone Row. Like not quite yet because you're in the shipping district, so it's like 2 or 3 districts, removed, but that's the direction people take if they want to go to Bone Row, and not many people do. So that like in just like two intersections there's a turnoff for that, which means, Saul, for you'll get like a +5 to your street or to your driving for the next roll.
Okay. I relay all that information, try to scrape some of the like leftover sticky lint off of my hands.
All right.
What the fuck is this? This is so gross. Is this napalm's not? Why is it so sticky?
Ask the people who invented it, okay? Why am I being subjected to all this? All right, so it's a +5 to the next roll?
Yes.
Okay. That is, all right, so 7 plus 5 plus 8. So 7 plus 8 is going to be 15 plus 5 is 20.
Great. All right. So
nice.
Using that intel, you wait until like the intersection is like, you slow down a little bit because you can see that the light is about to change. And just as it does, you kind of like Tokyo drift through the intersection, take your turn off as like a wave of cars start going across the intersection. And like he, for a moment, is halted and just kind of watches you guys head up the ramp.
Hear the Tokyo Drift song playing as well.
That is probably not in public domain.
No, but I don't see why we can't just think about it.
I'll get some dope Claude Debussy or something. I don't know. Anyway, make me think of Carboys. So yes, for the moment, he has disappeared, and you're like, you can hear the car making the most horrible noises. Like every time you've got your foot on the gas, Saul, and like every like 5 seconds, like the gas pedal just like kind of jumps up for a second, and the smoke is starting to get a little worse in the back. You're still dragging like the back end of the car because the wheel is like just down to treads now, but he's not following you anymore.
Saul's gonna keep at it then. Just lay on the fucking until the car dies. We just need to get away from here.
All right, and eventually it does. You are in the middle, basically, of the city on an overpass, and there's like some cars. It's really late at night, so there's some cars that are just like, driving past every 20, 30 seconds, but the car comes to a sputtering halt just in the middle of like a road with, you're like 50, 60 feet above the ground, or about above the ground floor, and there's walls on both sides of the street.
Well, gang, do we GTA this?
Yeah, look, it might be worth it to go back to Stryker. Get in with the underground and, use them to lay low for a while. They can at least make sure we're patched up, White's patched up, and they might have the equipment we need for White to make any extra serum. Because maybe this serum that he's got works against the haze, too.
Right, and maybe I can check with Amir to see if he has any contacts that might be able to assist us in any capacity as well.
But we need to get to ground and disappear. And we need to keep moving, too.
Whatever you got. If it works, it works. But what I'm saying is, should we try to stop one of these cars and hijack it to get out of here?
Yeah, if we can get one that's parked, let's find one that we can just take and smash and grab.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be you walk for another 5 minutes before you get to the end of this this essentially bridge over the city. There's a small parking lot in kind of a residential neighborhood, and there are a few cars to choose from. Some look... They're mostly family vehicles, kind of actually sort of similar to what Dr. White was driving, kind of that hatchback style, with just some leftover groceries in the back, dry things. One has a stroller, folded up in the back of the car, and Dr. White's just oh, when in doubt, go for the one that has the kids. They're less likely to sue.
Oh, I just thought you were thinking that it might have baby food in the car for snacks.
I just want to get to a hospital or a medical facility because my side is killing me.
That's fair.
Plus, you could stuff the stroller with explosives.
Baby bomb.
That is fair. Okay. Yeah, we'll just break into the car and go, I think.
All right. Well, you don't just break into the car. You're going to make a roll, obviously.
Wait,
let's see.
Are we hot wiring? Is that cyber tech to hot wire a car? Because I'll totally hot.
Nah. I'm thinking. Let's go with pick lock. That seems like the only time that's going to happen.
So lock, pick lock. Yeah. So with a 5, I have an 18.
Yeah, you're standing there, kind of everyone's kind of huddled around you, just watching you do what you're doing, and you're I need some space. And then after a minute of just kind of shoving a big long metal rod down this car's window, you hear a click.
Nice. All right, guys, let's go. This day is just getting longer and longer, huh?
Dr. White's I call shotgun. Yeah, I won.
Bitch, if you don't have the shotgun, you don't get shotgun. Move over.
Oh,
I need to
that's
give
a good
directions.
Well, I've lost too much blood to complain or to contest with the lady with the shotgun, so I will sit in the back seat.
Ooh, I can use my microwaver to cauterize your wound if you want to try it.
That's okay. He just kind of looks you up and down. It's fine.
Alright, suit yourself.
Yeah, and so you head off. I guess who's driving?
Saul?
I guess I'm doing it again.
Always the driver. Never
and
the
Abel's
never
giving
the passenger.
directions.
All right.
Sarfungi is making sure Dr. White doesn't die.
Yeah. I mean, you can just kind of keep pressure on him. It doesn't look like too bad of an injury. It doesn't go too deep, but yeah, I mean, he's lost some blood. A little bit of color has disappeared from his already pretty white complexion. But yeah, it looks like he'll hold out. So are you going to Stryker then?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just following.
Yeah, I think that's
Abel's.
I think that's our best option right now.